You're going to see 3 points of reference right here, up here, and back here. To me, that represent a much larger craft that's slowly moving across the field of view. There's the one in the front, there's the one in the back, and here's the one at the top. See the big triangle? Looks like a huge mothership entering the field of view, orbiting the Earth, and this thing has been orbiting the Earth for at least a couple of days.
And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest begin to visit the world which he made.
This is absolutely incredible video footage of a large ship cruising through the skies of Earth. Actually, 2 ships, quite possibly more. These are just the ones that showed up in the field of view. I zoomed in on the green blinking light at the bottom of the screen. There were multiple green blinking lights. Here comes the first one and the most obvious one. I mean, seriously, that's part of a craft. It's a craft itself. Maybe it's part of the large craft that we just saw. You're going to be able to see it better when I enhance the video format. There's no mistaking it. It is a huge triangle craft that entered the field of view, and it's got green lights on it. There's one. There's no mistaking that. And that's not on the ground. That's in the sky, orbiting the Earth. A part of either a large craft or quite possibly a independent craft of its own. But that is a mysterious blinking light. You don't see that very often on here, if ever at all. Not something like that. A green blinking light in the field of view of the International Space Station going in the opposite direction. The space station is traveling from left to right. That object was moving from, obviously, right to left. And I zoom in even closer. In fact, I pause it and zoomed in on the green light. Right there's the green light that you just saw going across the bottom of the screen of this incredible video, once again, from November 13th of 2023. Here's an outline of the first craft that we saw at the top of the screen. I zoomed in a little closer. I made some modifications so that it pulled forward the object and made it a little easier to see. I understand it's difficult to see, but it is definitely there. Right here it comes. See it? And there it goes. A triangle shaped, it looks similar to a triangle anyway, moving across the screen. It looked like it was just ahead of the large mile-wide craft, at least a mile wide. I mean, this thing was huge. You can see it a little better in this format here. I modified the format. There goes the triangle at the top. Let's say that's a scout ship, and here comes the big mothership right in the middle of the field of view. You can see the blinking light down there. That's the green blinking light that we looked at up close, and you're going to see 3 points of reference right here, up here, and back here. To me, that represent a much larger craft that's slowly moving across the field of view. There's the one in the front, there's the one in the back, and here's the one at the top. See the big triangle? Looks like a huge mothership entering the field of view, orbiting the Earth, and this thing has been orbiting the Earth for at least a couple of days. We saw 3 of these things a couple of days ago from a much farther point of view. This one here looked much closer to the International Space Station. And I mean, that thing was massive, at least a mile wide. And then on November 14th of 2023, this was off in the distance. Over here on the right is the original video. Over here on the left, I zoomed in for presentation purposes. This was from November 14th of 2023, just yesterday. So here's yet another mysterious observation from the International Space Station. At first, when I saw that, gotta be honest, I thought it was the moon, until it disappeared. The moon wouldn't have disappeared. As this thing goes up higher and higher, it gets dimmer and dimmer, as if it's moving away from the ISS live cam. I don't know what we've got going on here, but again, at first I thought it was the moon. Until it did that, it disappeared. Opposed to remaining in the same location like the moon would, and the moon would more than likely keep the same luminosity. There's not clouds up here that would block the field of view of the moon if that were the moon. I don't think that was the moon. I think it was something else. Exactly what? I don't know. Doesn't look like a large mothership like we've seen in a couple of videos here the last 2 days. This was something different, way off in the distance, visible from the ISS live cam. Incredible videos.